Hello, beloveds. Welcome to this Sunday service. The call to worship says, I love to sing the praises of my Lord all day long with a joyous song, with a joyous heart. How wonderful that little song is to sing all day long. So thank you. In this moment, I trust myself that I am remembering my life with gratitude. And our opening is always this. I am here only to be truly helpful. I am here to represent Him who sent me. I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do, because He who sent me will direct me. I'm content to be wherever He wishes, knowing that He goes there with me, and I will be healed as I let Him teach me to heal. So, welcome to Fellowship of Spirit in our home states, homes, houses, everywhere that we're at, connected to one another. This is their statement of faith. Love produces a flow of energy that I now feel. I love others more than ever, and I feel privileged to be here. Love flows from one person to another in this sanctuary and in our homes as we create an atmosphere of holiness. And so it is. Spiritual mind treatment for today is I am one with the spirit of creation. Everyone needs the warmth of color, the imagination and feeling of a sense of intimacy with the creative spirit. I know there is one power, one mind, one creator, and one creation, all beautifully meshed in the one mind and in the name of its divine love. Spirit creates the whole of life on every plane. I embrace God's expression of its beauty, which goes in all of us and everything, which is shared among all life, plant with fish, bird with butterfly, tree with human. I am intertwined in the richness of God's creative imagination. I am ever unfolding and expanding, yet I remain connected to the one source because I am one with the spirit of creation. I naturally flourish in my relationship with all living things. I am ever unfolding and expanding, yet I remain connected to the one source because I am one with the spirit of creation. Really take that in, beloveds, that you are one with all, with the spirit of creation. So because of this, I flourish naturally in my relationship with all living things. I am ever unfolding and expanding, yet I remain connected to the source. I flourish naturally in my relationship with all living things, and together we express balance and harmony throughout the world. I give thanks for the knowing that I am part of God's plan for my universal good, and so it is. The spiritual reading for today says this. Lord, keep me from the habit of thinking I must say something on every subject and every occasion. Release me from wanting to control everybody's affairs. Keep my mind free from the recital of endless details. Give me wings to get to the point. I ask for grace enough to listen to the tales of others' pains. Help me endure them with patience. Teach me the glorious lesson that occasionally is possible that I may be mistaken. Keep me reasonably sweet. I do not want to be a saint, but give me the ability to see good things in unexpected places and talents in unexpected people. And give me, the Lord, the grace to tell them so. And make me thoughtful but not moody, helpful but not bossy. With my vast store of wisdom, it seems a pity to use it all. But you know, Lord, I want a few friends at the end. Okay. So our talk for today is called Souls of Beauty. Again, as I always start, I give all glory to God in this moment. R. Buckminster Fuller said this, you never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, you need to build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. So the question that comes up for me is this, and I ask you, what is your highest possibility in this moment? Since I believe that we are moving into the fifth dimension of a higher level of vibration and consciousness, over the last few weeks I've been taking time to vision what my new model looks like. First of all, I see people coming out and connecting with one another. I see people hungry, connecting, hugging, connecting in deeper love. I see more people connecting to the Christ consciousness in themselves and others. I see everyone healthy and loving each other. I see us honoring the diversity among us. I see everyone who can voting for the people who believe in our country and will work for our country, not for money. I see everyone with enough to eat and place to live, or if they prefer, a place to shelter. I see folks working at jobs that provide a living wage and something that they enjoy. I am open to the higher consciousness that guides us now. I hear civility in conversation and joyful music, and I feel blessed to be alive in this moment. So I want you, beloveds, to think about it and tell me, what is your new model? And think big, because now anything is possible. How about taking in these thoughts as you contemplate the question I asked you? Remember these, beloveds. I am as God created me. What is the name of love? I am. You are. Heaven is a decision I must make, and therefore I am the home where love resides. And I am the loving and lovable expression of God right now. So I have two parts to share with you today. First one says, thinking about in secret. We think, feel, hope, and desire in secret, and it comes about. The world around us is just an exact mirror of the inner workings of our thinking, feeling, speaking, and acting life. We cannot hide our thoughts and emotions, feelings, and desires because thinking, feeling, speaking, and desiring set up vibrations in our physical, astral, and mental matter, which is our bodies. And sooner or later, these vibrations will become visible in the form of events. How we think, how we feel inside gets manifested outside. The word event comes from ex meaning out, and venare meaning to come, as in venue. So-called events in our life are venues by which our secret thoughts, emotions, hopes, fears, worries, desires, aspirations, words, and actions are going out and coming back to us. If we want to grow in life and learn to master life, it is essential that we begin to become aware of the relationship between our inner and our outer life. Look at the world around you and compare with your inner life right now. What do you notice? Does the one have anything to do with the other? I bet it does. Learning to go on top of our thinking, feeling, speaking, or learning to get on top of our thinking, feeling, speaking, and acting life is no easy thing for sure. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. And yet, there is no way around getting serious about it. The sooner we get serious about mastering our mind and learning to think only that which we actually wish to experience in life, that's very important. Be aware. What do I want to experience in my life? That's where my thoughts need to be. The sooner we do that, the sooner we will live in joy and happiness amidst an increasingly shaky world. In the Bhagavad Gita, the ancient Vedic classic, Arjuna shares his mind challenge with Krishna. The mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong, O Krishna, and to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind. Sri Krishna responded to Arjuna's mind challenge by saying, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. Each and every one of us is a Arjuna. Each and every one of us eventually has to face this mind challenge and solve it for ourselves once and for all. If we don't bother to learn this lesson in this lifetime, guess what? We will just have to reincarnate and learn it again the second time around. But why, beloveds, postpone the inevitable? Let's face our mind challenge right here and right now and make it work. That's why I'm here. to help you with that. So I ask you, beloveds, to resolve here and now to make it a priority for the remainder of your life to learn how to master your mind and to make it your faithful servant. As Krishna said, there is no way around diligent practice, and no one but ourselves can practice for us. We have to do it ourselves. Our mental body is a conglomeration of mental atoms around the nucleus of our soul. And the kind of atoms that make up our mental body is determined by our thoughts that we habitually entertain. You're aware of how many negative thoughts you have in your mind day after day. Our mind is like a magnet, continually attracting thoughts which are congruous with our own habitual activities, and repelling those which are not in alignment with our thinking. Think about that. What we bring in, what we give out. So, what are we to do with this? Well, when a negative thought enters your mind, don't fight it. But remember that the mind can only think of one thing at a time, okay? In other words, when an undesirable thought comes up, realize, first of all, that you magnetically attracted it because of the present nature of your mind and your habitual thoughts. And second, rather than fight the undesirable thought, just turn your mind to a desirable thought, thereby naturally expelling the undesirable one. Just like I said in the beginning about creating a new reality, a new model. Replace the negative with positive. And doing this takes joyous vigilance and discipline, at least in the beginning until you set up a vibratory rhythm. Yet there's no way around this practice, beloveds. It's something we need to do. By refusing to harbor, entertain, and fight undesirable thoughts, and instead perpetually focusing on thinking utterly positive, inspiring, pure, and divine thoughts, the mind naturally draws to itself matter which is receptive to divine thought, while at the same time repelling any undesirable kind of thought. In other words, beloved, what it means is by when you change the vibratory rhythm of your mind, it takes joyous vigilance and iron discipline in the beginning. However, after a while, it will become automatic to think positive thoughts and to repel so-called negative thoughts. Take that in. Know that it will be easier and easier the more you practice and the more you do it. And yet the rewards will pay off like nothing else you will ever do in your life. For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. Bhagavad Gita. It's time to make our mind our best friend. So here's an action step. Decide here and now to change the vibratory system of your mental body once and for all. Make thought control the main focus of your life for the next 40 days. When an unsupportive thought comes up, don't fight it, but remember that the mind can only think of one thing at a time. So turn your mind to a positive thought, a desirable thought. So, beloveds, your goal for the next 40 days is to only think beautiful, pure, joyous, happy, healthy thoughts. 40 days. That's how long Jesus was in the desert, connecting with Source, thinking beautiful, healthy thoughts. Don't allow any negative or vagrant thoughts to live in your mental house. Change them at once. For the next 40 days, you are the master in your own house. If you forget to practice thought control for a day, start over again with day 1. And after 40 days, you will have set up a new vibratory rhythm that will automatically, magnetically repel low thoughts and attract lofty ones. Do you have personal problems and challenges? We all do. That you would like to solve quickly, masterfully, and joyfully by turning them into inspiring projects and catalysts for your own spiritual growth? Or would you just like some help stepping into self-mastery and speeding up your evolutionary journey? If so, you may want to schedule a one-to-one coaching appointment with me to help you out. So, part 2 of this talk is called Souls of Beauty Dwelling Amongst Us. During this pandemic time, we have lots of people stepping to the front. Nurses, doctors, and so many more people that are helping out. We have people who are sending love to others in unique ways, showing that we're all still connected. We have spiritual peacemakers holding the space of love. So let's talk about souls of beauty amongst us. We could say that idealists dream of a perfect world, a world of peace and harmony where all reflects the beauty of divine life. Can such a world of beauty be contemplated as a possibility? What do you think? Mystical awareness knows that what may seem to be idealistic wanderings of the imagination might actually be glimpses into a higher reality. Anything of a truer higher reality brings one's mind closer to the universal consciousness, or God. There are many levels of beingness, beloveds, and souls that correspond to each level. And the Christ mind that was in Jesus alluded to this mystical reality when he said these words, "In my Father's house are many mansions," many levels of consciousness. At each higher level, souls draw nearer and nearer to the universal creative presence, or God. In this physical plane of the planet Earth, there exist souls who have incarnated from a higher level of beingness and are closer to the ultimate presence, or God. Those who seek wisdom, universal awareness, and enlightenment, the philosophers and the true mystics, bring a portion of the Absolute to be expressed to those who are not quite awake yet to the profoundness of life, on a higher level of beingness or on a higher level of consciousness. Considering the world's population, they are few in numbers, because those who are the seekers are few among the vast number of souls inhabiting the earth. There is another soul grouping that inhabits the earth. Their numbers are larger than that of the mystics' soul grouping, because their expression of the divine is more universal and more understood by the soul masses of humanity. And who are they? Their message is love. It is not love of fame, fortune, earthly power, or the all too temporary illusions of worldly life on earth. Instead, they love the beauty of God, expressed in all creation, the oneness of God. These souls have incarnated from realms of beingness close to God's presence, where all is peace, love, and harmony. And love of an ethereal nature is seen expressed in the earthly beauty of form, shape, color, sound, and scent. To really look at everything of nature that comes from God, the different forms, the different colors, different shapes. While the world trouble exists rampantly throughout the earth plane, in this other realm where the beauty of God's allness permeates throughout, the word trouble is non-existence, for its meaning or experience is unknown. There, ethereally clothed souls of peace, harmony, and love abide as the beauty of God expresses. There are souls who do not know of war or conflict and other dualities that are of earthly plane experience. Universal consciousness, spirit, or God is in a continual process of refinement in all creations, including the endless soul groups of stages of awareness. Thus it is that the souls of higher awareness are sent to other soul groups that are lacking such awareness, so that they may gradually awaken everyone to a higher divine order of life. Such a soul grouping could be called souls of beauty. And what are the characteristics of such souls? 1, they wish to see or acknowledge only good or beauty in the world. While I'm talking about this, you might think about, have you got any souls of beauty in your life right now? 2nd, they feel most comfortable surrounded by the natural beauties of nature, the forest, oceans, birds, flowers, and animals. A beautiful sunrise or sunset fills their souls with excitement because it is a reminder of the tapestry of the higher plane from which they came. 4th, they do not wish to hear of wars or conflicts. Hence, they are the ones who are accused of burying their heads on the sand, not facing physical world realities and living in denial. But in their reality, beloved, they love all things of beauty, because their very nature is beauty in embodiment. Such beings are souls of beauty in this world, not of it, as the Christ mind in Jesus expressed. Live in this world, but not of it. Incarnating into this world, they are a higher energy frequency at their soul level and thus far more sensitive to the experiences of earthly life. Because of this, they are far more easily hurt on a feeling level than souls of a denser earthly level of soul energy. If they experience hurt, there is a strong tendency to retreat from earthly interest and create their own world within a world, where they can create beauty of their own making. As we travel through a physical lifetime, any encounter with souls of beauty can be a blessing. Their very presence and attitude and outlook and values can brighten your soul's day. You may think they are naive and unrealistic, that earthly life is not like they see it. And yes, you are right, but they are right too. They are here to refine your soul, to instill into the seeds of what can be, because in a realm of being this close to God, it already is. So, beloveds, whenever you are so blessed in your life by encountering a soul of beauty, be exceedingly grateful and thankful, for your soul is being gifted God's beauty as an oasis in the desert of earthly life. What a beautiful statement and beings that we have around us. Namaste. So let's go to mediate meditation. Find your centered place inside, beloveds, in your heart. Connect with your inner being. And ask for assistance, that you'll be shown from this day forward any signs that you're still addicted to failure, no matter how slight. So climb the sparkling golden ladder that is in front of you. It just pops up and you can visualize it right away, knowing that you're safe. Climb slowly and deliberately. Stop it at each rung to feel the change in energy as you go higher and higher. Feel the change. Feel your connection deepen to that which you truly are. Your worthiness expands with every step you take. And at the 8th rung, which you're getting to now, you step off into a platform of shivering lavender. And across the way you see a door. Allow your inner being to show you if that door is pure light or pure darkness, knowing that neither is right or wrong. You are bid to cross the lavender platform and enter the door, for this is the door of addiction to failure. Take your time to enter. When you do, leave the door open. Inside is total void, blackness, nothingness. You are surrounded by old beliefs, lack, uncertainty, unworthiness, and fear. This is not a comfortable place to stay. But you wait for a while, because you know what's coming. Slowly in front of you another door appears, glowing with your own divinity, your own brilliance. Look at the light around it. This is a door of your own making. And you are asked to go through this door. But first reach behind you and close forever the door which you just entered. The one with the fears and the negativity in it. Close it tightly, firmly, permanently, and now go forward with sureness into the light. Go through your new door, the door of freedom from failure. You have walked of old beliefs, and you can never be the same now. The closing for today says, what am I? I am God's son and daughter, complete and healed and whole, shining in the reflection of His love. In me is His creation sanctified and guaranteed eternal life. In me is love perfected, fear impossible, and joy established without opposite. I am the holy home of God Himself. I see the heaven where love resides, for my purity abides the one. Amen. That's the end of our Sunday service, but let me say a couple things. with all the riots going on across our country because of what happened in Minneapolis, I have an African American woman minister who is my prayer partner every day. We connect with her, and she lives in Chicago. And today she was so upset when we talked. And we don't understand it being white people, how hard it is for the blacks. She said, I'm fearful for my grandson to go out in public. I'm fearful for my husband to go out in public. I've never felt that. It just shocked me to think that I could connect with that. And how difficult that is for people to know that they could go out and get shot or treated the way they were. I told her we really need to start changing our consciousness around it. We need to get people more connected to how all lives matter. So I ask you all to just take in and send out light and love to our African American brothers and sisters across this country who are treated in negative ways. We need to change it, and now, and we have the way to do that. Secondly, if I understood right, this is the last time I'll be doing this because the church is going in a different direction, which we'll find out more tomorrow when you hear this. If that's the case, I've really enjoyed keeping these Sunday services going for you all, and I hope to see you soon. And if this is the end of them, then blessings to all of you, and thank you for, hopefully you've listened and taken in what I've talked about. Love and blessings. Namaste.